Now, the Insta fame age is alive and thriving today, and the Middle East is no exception. In fact, countries like Saudi Arabia have the highest YouTube penetration per capita than any other country in the world. Now, the big question is, how do you become a so-called social media influencer, one with an agent and a manager? Some of them even earn up to $5,000 per post. Well, Algerian filmmaker Asri Bendasha has made a Netflix documentary about what it takes. Here's a clip of Follow Me.
700 million people have an Instagram account, but only an elite few of them are making a lot of money just by posting a picture or a video. Hi guys, those people are called social media influencers. In the social class of Instagram, less than 1% are the wealthy elite, and I am the 99%. We are the 99%. I was completely broke, and I wondered how easy is it to become a social media influencer. So I created an account, and this is my story.
Let's now cross to Asri, who joins us from Dubai. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Now, you've been very outspoken about what inspired you to make this documentary, haven't you?
The only reason what inspired me was because I was broke, and I'm still broke, to be honest. And I just wanted to understand how these people, without any specific talent, can make that much money. So the idea is to see if I don't have any talent, can I become one of them? And that's why the concept of the documentary.
And so tell us about your experience of meeting these influencers, what it's being referred to in the documentary as the bloggers and the blackest.
So apparently there is two different type of people. There is the bloggers and the blaggers. So the bloggers, it's the one who used to have a blog online back in the days, writing reviews and articles. And then when the social media came, then they created their account and they keep working on it, and they became famous. And then later on, you have these people without talent, without anything special, that just became famous for posting some pictures. And this, no one can really explain this actually.
Now, you've said previously that the world of social media are actually very similar in the US and the Middle East. But I would have expected more restrictions in our region, because this is an area which is in part very much still largely conservative.
There is some restriction, I mean, in the region, but you can't control internet, you can't control online. You have Instagram, you have Snapchat, you have YouTube, you have WhatsApp, you have so many tools that the younger generation, everyone has a smartphone, everyone has an internet connection. So the restriction, you can't control it, it's impossible. And you can see that it's very connected between the US or Asia or even Africa, Latin America. There is this worldwide phenomenon of social media influencer, and you can see that it's exactly the same. And even the followers, which we all are followers, we are exactly the same. We behave this exact same way. So it was very interesting for me to see what's happening in this region and to compare to the US. And I realized that there's no difference. The only difference it's the fees that the American get from brands, which is way much than here in the region.
Now, some of these social media figures that you spend time with have millions of followers. You only have, to my count, 12.5 thousand on Instagram. Did you learn anything from them?
No, it's just like, so the film has been released on Netflix 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks and a half ago. So all my followers, I get like 11 or 12,000 followers almost in just 3 weeks and a half. So I didn't learn that much. I was sure that I can become a social media influencer myself once the film will be released. So that was my strategy. Instead of posting every day, I worked for a year and a half, released the content, and now I'm just waiting for the people to follow me. So I just did the complete opposite.
Now, something else that's interesting is that you delve in your documentary into the fact that social media is emerging as a new home for brands, because some of these posts get more traction than the traditional magazine or even billboard.
It's not just traction, it's also cheaper. All you have to do is to ask the influencer to take his phone and just make a post, and that's it. So it's very, very cheap for brands, and the brands will always go wherever the audience is, and the audience is online. We are all online, spending so much time online, and I do now more since I have more followers. So the brands, once they understand that it's cheaper and very effective, then they went for it, and I don't think it's going to change, to be honest.
Astrid, very briefly, tell us about your next project.
I'm currently working on a film documentary about Bitcoin called Who Wants to Be a Bitcoin Millionaire, to understand the world of cryptocurrency and the impact on the economy worldwide.
Very good. Astrid Vendasha, thank you so much for speaking to us here on Middle East Matters. Of course, if you want to watch his documentary, it's called Follow Me on Netflix.